Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Millionaire Maker Show. I am your host, Lindsey. Today's episode topic is a really important one. It is how to post on social media like a business owner and not an influencer. And take it from me, being on a Netflix show that was released earlier this year, I got to rub shoulders with a lot of people who are influencers online. These are individuals with hundreds of followers on social media, and they really do play the influencer game. They're very good on social media. Well, I was coming into being on Netflix in just a different way because I'm a business owner. I know how to post online like a business owner, and I know very well when you post like an influencer, it can be very hard to monetize that unless you have a plan. And so, as I was on Netflix and talking with many of my co-stars that were on the show with me, you find that even though they have these really big followings, they are still really struggling to monetize, to actually make money from it. So it becomes a something that can actually give them a sustainable living instead of, oh my gosh, I'm just now on the hook to produce all of this content. I'll go, hopefully one day TikTok will pay me enough or YouTube will pay me enough that this will actually all be worth it. They don't really go into being an influencer or being online with a plan to make money. And you'll find that when you just post as an influencer, yes, you can get a lot of eyeballs on your content, you can get a lot of followers, but really making money from that can be very difficult unless you have a plan ahead. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this episode. It's a great episode. Most people really struggle with this because when you show up online as an online entrepreneur ready to create content, there's a lot of different people online, right? You have your friends, you have your customers, you have your prospects, you have previous customers, you have people you went to high school with, you have new followers, you have old followers. And it can be really difficult. And so many people struggle with this that they get on social media and they don't know who they're talking to because they have all of these people in their head. And what really comes out of that is super boring social media content where you're not really connecting with your client and you're not really building a community or a following. And because you're confused about who you're talking to, certainly the person on the other end of the screen is confused. And in this episode, I'm going to solve it for you all. In fact, I'm going to solve it for you with a strategy that all it takes is one post-it note and you really can understand how to show up on social media in a way that will actually make you a business owner and not left like many of my co-stars on the Netflix show where they have big followings and they still really cannot make money from it. The same goes for many small business owners who are posting online. In fact, here's an example of a customer of mine. He came to me and he was in the workout niche. And he had a really great Instagram following. He had over 50,000 followers on Instagram. All of his reels would get a lot of likes, a little bit of comments, not a lot of interaction there. But when he came to me and you looked at his social media, your immediate reaction would be, oh my gosh, that guy kills it on social media. He's making these workout tips and he must be selling because he has all of these likes. But he came to me, and the reality is, yes, he gets a lot of likes and he has this standard approach to social media and he gives these workout tips, but no one is buying from him because all he is doing is just giving people a little dopamine hit a day and he's not educating them about who he is, what he can do for them, what he's done for other people, that he understands their problems, and he's not ever really making a call to action to get those individuals off of social media and into his programs and actually selling something. So I'm going to solve it for you all today on today's podcast episode. Now, earlier in this week, I gave my masterclass called the Social Media Sales Machine Masterclass. A great big thank you to everybody who came to that masterclass and for all of the individuals who got on a 15-minute, super fast pace, next best step audit call with me. This is a 15-minute call. And essentially, because my expertise is so vast, I can ask you several questions and then I can give you the next best steps in your business. Most people are very stuck where they're at. They can't see where the next best step is, where they need to be putting their effort, their intent in order to make money online. And that's exactly what this call will do for you. I'll also offer it to everybody who's listening here on the podcast. Just go follow us on social media at The Millionaire Maker Show and DM me the word audit. And I will send you over a calendar link so that you can have this very valuable session with me. Now, once the time is gone, it is gone. If you are hearing this and you go to the calendar and the time slots are gone, they are gone for now. I do offer this every so often, so keep your ears open. And when you see me drop a link to this 15-minute audit call, they are very popular because it is clear, it is concise, it is not a waste of time. You get to talk to a 20-year veteran expert about what your next best step is, and it is clear as day on the other side of that call. So they are highly coveted. When I do drop this link, go and check it out. If you're listening to this podcast, go check out that link. Make sure you send me a DM. So a big thank you to everyone who came to that masterclass. I got so many amazing reviews that I really was able to outline how to make money online, how to actually make a social media sales machine. And that's exactly what we did in that masterclass. A big thank you to everybody who came to that masterclass. It is my true pleasure to tell the truth in marketing. That's what you're going to get from me, is the truth. This is what it takes to build an online business. This is what you're going to have to do to get out of your own way. This is where most people get stuck. And I tell you the truth. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm not even telling you to follow my strategy and all of your problems will be gone. Scaling an online business is an iterative process, and you really got to enjoy the journey. And when you enjoy the journey and you recognize that it is a problem-solving situation, and after you solve one problem, there'll be another problem after that, but you actually start enjoying that, and you have a system and a strategy that you know will help you solve these problems. That's what we do right here on the Millionaire Maker Show. I don't hide the facts from you. The fact is, things are more competitive than ever before. So many people are leaving their corporate jobs and they're taking that expertise online and they really want to monetize it just like you do. And so the competition has never been steeper. AI is making that more severe than ever before. ChatGPT is allowing your competitors to speed so far ahead of you. And so it is more important than ever to stop guessing, to stop hoping and praying that one day you'll actually go viral. And for some reason, you think that people will just throw money to you in that sense. They will not. You cannot do this on your own. You don't have the expertise. That's exactly what the Millionaire Maker Show is for, is I will share with you what it takes to build an online business. I give it all away right here. And if you just follow the steps, you get out of your own way, you stop looking for something easier, you actually put your intent towards profit producing tasks, then your $1,000,000 business is just around the corner. So let's dive into today's topic. Make sure you take me up on that audit call. Reach out to me on Instagram, DM me the word audit, and I'll send you over a calendar link. Okay, so let's talk about social media and how we post on social media like a business owner and not an influencer. Now, it is more critical than ever that you know who you are talking to. And with that, I give you my one true client method. All you need to do is find one true client in your experience. Somebody in your experience who has paid you what your going rate is, that they happily paid you what it is you want to charge for your services. Somebody who has the ambition level you're looking for, somebody who is not in victim mentality and can really take what you do and made it work, actually got the transformation that you were promising. It is also somebody who you really enjoyed working with. It's somebody in your experience that you could really sit back and say, you know, if I could make cookie cutter versions of that one true client, then I would never have a lead generation problem again. Now, this person has to be in your experience. You cannot make them up. You cannot Frankenstein two of your customers together. And you certainly cannot sell to yourself and say, well, that is me. I am my one true client. It doesn't work that way. You cannot sell to yourself. We all think we are way more brilliant than we ever are. And so you have to find somebody in your experience. And really, the post it note method, the one true client method is you literally take the name of this person and you put it on a post it note. And every time you go to post on social media, you say, what would Sheila think of this? And if Sheila would not think you're positioned well, would wonder why you're selling a $49 program when she actually paid you $5,000, if it does not make you look like a professional, if it does not position you well in her eyes, then do not post it. Now, I tell you to put a post-it note up because everybody's like, I got it. I'm posting to Sheila over here. But you will forget because as I said at the top of the show, you got your mom and her friends and your high school friends and your customers and all of like these colleagues and all of these people. But part of posting on social media, like a business owner and not an influencer, is you are talking to your audience and you know who that is. And you're not like catering to anyone else. That's what being hyper niche on social media really, really means. So you pull out your post-it note and you do this checking. Even me, who have posted thousands for the last 20 years on social media, I still have a post-it note. And the more experience I get and the more success I get with my clients, I will change out who my one true client is as I realize, no, actually, it's not Sheila who I want to make cookie cutter versions of. It's Bob. Bob is my one true client now. And this is called the re-niching process. And when you understand all of the marketing and sales and social media is just iterative. You make iterations. You try to beat the last one. And when you make it a game like that, then your social media will not be so frustrating, but will actually become a game and an informed way of actually posting on social media instead of just throwing spaghetti at the wall. So once you have found out who your one true client is and you post that on a post-it note, the next thing you really need to know is that you're going to be posting your VEMs. The main difference between an influencer and a business owner is a business owner posts their VEMs. When you're posting on social media, you need to post these 4 things. Number 1, your vibe. This is basically your branding, what you believe in, how people feel when they interact with you. For us, I am no BS. I tell the truth. I give you the systems. I tell you like it is. I don't hold back. I'm blunt. My brand is expert. It is professional. It is luxury. And it is letting you know the absolute truth. That is my vibe. And every time I post on social media, that's what I'm putting out to the world. How do you want people to perceive you and your brand? What are a few things you can share personally that make you a person? Where are you from? Do you have pets? Do you have kids? Pick 2 or 3 personal things that you're going to be posting on that people can latch onto for you to be a real person in their eyes. The next is your experience. Know this, that if your clients can see themselves in your testimonials, they will buy from you. So you need to be posting testimonials. You need to be telling stories about who you've helped and how you've helped them, befores and afters. Make it clear as possible. The third is M for methodology. Everybody wants someone with a plan, and the fact is it's so much easier to sell online when you rely on a system. I'm sharing a system with you right now, the VEMS model. This is how you really want to go into social media. When you follow the VEMS model, you get more customers from social. And then finally, skills. This is where most people are already posting on social these how-tos, these factoids, these feel-good things. The gentleman I talked about on the top of the show where he was just posting your daily workout tip. He was posting his skills and he was not getting his clients because he wasn't displaying the rest of his VEMs. The final thing that actually separates you as a business owner from influencers, like my cast on the Netflix reality show, is business owners have conversion events. So for me, I recommend the invite-only strategy. There are plenty of episodes on this podcast dedicated to that strategy. This is a rinse and repeat masterclass that sets you up as an expert that you can invite people to. It's intimate, it's low tech, it's high converting, it's rinse and repeat. I get better every time I do it. And the best part of all, it's a system. So I just show up, I give the masterclass, and voila, I get customers in my door. And adding intimacy and a live element is so essential to your social media game because everybody sees people online. They have a parasocial relationship with all of these people. But the second that they're sharing space with you and you're able to really share what you do and how you can help them in live, then the intimacy will really help you bring in more sales. So, with those three things, that is how you separate yourself as a business owner, then an influencer, and you can really start making more money on your social media. So, there you have it, folks. There's another awesome episode of The Millionaire Maker Show. Thank you so much for joining me on this podcast episode. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, I really ask you, please go out to where you're listening to this and leave us a review here on The Millionaire Maker Show. I believe strongly in truth in marketing, letting people know how it is to actually build an online business and your support and understanding that you'd prefer the truth than some sort of sugar coated truth or pie in the sky dreams situation is exactly what we talk about here on the Millionaire Maker Show. Thank you to everybody who has already posted a review. We couldn't do it without you. So make sure you hop on to the Next Best Step audit call. All you have to do is reach out to me on Instagram at the.lindseyAnderson or at the Millionaire Maker Show. DM me the word audit and I'll send you over a link to get that. Until next time, cheers to you and your success.